In this video, I want to show you guys how I organize and break down all of my skincare. It's really efficient and it really just helps me have the best, most effective skincare routine possible. Okay guys, so in today's video, I want to show you how I organize and pretty much arrange how I choose what skincare I'm going to use every day. I wanted to do this because a lot of times you guys ask me if I use the same thing every day, if I only stick to one line, and I don't. And you know, I think it's really common. I'm sure that if you go into your bathroom, you've got like random stuff that you forget about or don't know where it is. That's how I used to be. And then once I figured out this little system, it's made it so efficient. By the way, this is like always evolving. Like the way I organize beauty, skincare, everything, it's constantly a learning process. As I learn, I like to just keep sharing them with you guys, and this has been the best so far. So the first thing I'll say is I actually installed these two, well, I didn't personally, I had someone come install these two medicine cabinets. They're from IKEA. This bathroom actually came super bare. There was literally no storage anywhere. So at first, I just had it like under my sink. And then I was like, this is just not efficient because I can't see it. So I found these in IKEA and I liked them because I really like modern furniture. I don't like anything that feels like old fashioned. It's just not my personal taste. And a lot of the other ones were made with like wood and it just didn't look as aesthetically pleasing. So these were really sleek. I like them. I got two of the exact same ones and I put them side by side because I actually started off with just one. And then I really liked it and like 8 months later found the same one. I'll put links below to where I got these and some other similar options. Okay, so let's talk about this cabinet first because this is where we start. So this bottom shelf is my step 1 and step 2. So I've got all my cleansers and I've got my step 2s, which is like a toning mist, a toning spray, like any kind of like active. I've got things that are like tightening, things that I want to make sure I'm remembering to use right away, right after my cleanser. So by putting them all next to each other, it kind of reminds me. Also by arranging them like neatly like this, of course, like every once in a while it will get a little messy, but I really do my best to keep it all in line. I actually can't even fit everything. So the way I'll do it is like one up, one back, one up, one back. That way I can see everything because if I'm not seeing where everything is, I'm not going to remember to use it. So if you start over here, I've got cleansers. I also have my like Bioderma. This is like my micellar water, and I've got oil cleansers. So these are kind of like your pre-cleanser makeup remover. I never ever just use a cleanser when I have makeup on. You always have to do a step 1 to make sure you're getting, and once everything's off, and I test that with like a white towel or like a white cotton pad, then I'll go to the cleanser. So it kind of just depends on how much time I have. Like if I'm really in a rush, I'll usually use the micellar water. I'll also use this if it's like midday and let's say I've already done my skincare routine in the morning and it's midday and I just did a workout and I'm kind of sweaty and I want to get like the sweat off my face and make sure there's no bacteria. I'll do this and then just throw on a moisturizer. I'm not going to do like a full skincare routine in the middle of the day. So that's where this really comes in handy. And then oil cleansers, I've got one by Sulwhasoo, one by Dermalogica. I like them both. It just really helps break up the makeup. So I'll cleanse with that, then I'll go to my cleansers. So the different cleansers I have some that are really sensitive. I also have some in the shower that I keep in there. That maybe will be another video of my shower routine. But I have like one by Nors. This one's like a little bit more of an active. I've got a really sensitive one. This one's by Burt's Bees. I've got some from Proven. This is a cleanser. Proven's really cool. It's like customized skincare. So I've got that. This one is by Mirai. I also get a lot of stuff sent to me to sample. I get so many, like even if I go to different beauty events and things, I'm constantly getting a bunch of them. So a lot of times I'll get brands that maybe I didn't know much about. This one is by Mirai and I really like this one. So anyway, I put them all in here. I go through whatever I'm feeling that day. If I have just gotten some kind of like peel, or let's say I have no makeup on that day and I just need to do a quick cleanse, I don't need to use the oil. I'll use something like a Burt's Bees. But if I feel like I'm breaking out, if I had a lot of makeup on that day and I want to make sure I'm preventing breakouts, I'll use something a little more like oil to foam. So I feel like it's getting more of a clean. So those are my cleansers. Then I've got the step 2. So for example, this one's a fresh black kombucha facial essence. This is like a toner. You can put this right on your hands or put it on a cotton pad. I've got a lot of different mists. This one is by Nors. This one is by Yonka. This is like a brightening one. Any kind of like really light mist I like to do right after I cleanse, especially when your skin is like still a little bit wet. Sometimes the water helps absorb it more. And then I've got a Beauty Counter Balancing Charcoal Mist. I also have this Cakes Marvel product, which I really like. It's called their Titan Cryogenic. And this one you spray onto your hands and you put it on your skin, and it's almost like a cryofacial, cryotherapy. Feels really, really cold, and it instantly like tightens and firms your skin. I was honestly forgetting to use it all the time, and then I would have too much product on my face, so I like to put it on the shelf so that I remember. Okay, so that is my step 1. My step 2 is actually in this cabinet. I need to actually arrange it to put it over here. I just haven't had the time, so we're gonna have to switch over to this cabinet now. Okay, so now let's go over here to step 2. See, I always have to improve, like this should totally be in that cabinet. But up here is where I have all my serums and oils. So serums should always go onto your skin right before a moisturizer. They're thinner molecular size, they're absorbed into your skin more, so you wanna make sure you're always putting it under a moisturizer and not over. If you put it over, you're not gonna get as much absorbed, and serums can be a little pricey, so we wanna make sure we're getting the most benefit out of them. I also have oils, and I like to put an oil over my serum. So serum, when it's thinner, is always about the next thing I put. And like we're talking thin to thick, that's why all the stuff over here is my step 2, like the toning mist, any kind of like water-based toner. It's still really light and will get sucked into your skin, and then you can go on to the next one. So this Drunk Elephant one is a hyaluronic acid. I also have this hyaluronic acid from Dr. K. I actually really like this one. I like the consistency of it. I have this Juice Beauty Firming Serum. This one's actually really amazing. I'm really into this one too. I love them all, obviously they're here. The Solwasu First Care Activating Serum, you've probably seen me talk about this. I love this one because it makes anything that you use after it more active. So no matter what other product I'm using, I try to use this one first, let it sit, and then use the next thing after it. And then this one is a Murad Recovery Serum. This one's just almost like a boost of like vitamins, minerals. It kind of like makes your, like recovery is a good name for it. I like it. And then another Solwasu one that is brightening. So this is their Snow Eyes collection. If you have hyperpigmentation like I do, that can be really helpful. So then we've got some oils. I've got one by Skin and Senses, Nikeo, Skin and Senses again, Yanka, and then this one is just Radiance Platinum. This one is like a straight vitamin E oil. It actually says you can ingest it or you can put it on your skin. I don't eat it, I just put it on my skin. I really love vitamin E. It's really amazing for sun protection, and studies have shown that when vitamin E is mixed with SPF, it actually gives you more sun protection. So I like that. On top of that, it just gives your skin this like really amazing radiance, which a lot of oils do, but there's something about this one I really like. Try it out. And for me personally, if I know I'm gonna be in the sun, I'll put it on under my sunscreen, and then I feel like I'm getting extra protection there. Okay, so we got to step 2. Now we're on to shelf 3, which is kind of like your step 3. So we've got some actives. These are actives in terms of prescription, more like medicated I'll get through. I've got eye creams and I've got lips. So because I don't have as many eye and lip products, and because they're smaller, I could kind of bunch these together and lay them all out. And then, like I said, these are all my actives. So let's talk about eyes first. I have Solwasu. This is a concentrated ginseng renewing cream. I love this one. This has lasted me almost a year. I should probably refresh it because I don't know if it's still as active, but even if you invest a lot in an eye cream, it lasts you so long because you don't need very much. I also just recently got into Biossance. This is their squalene peptide eye gel. Biossance is a really, really incredible brand. It's the most non-toxic brand I've ever come across. It's really cool. Like their requirements of ingredients they blacklist is like beyond. It's something like 20,000 ingredients they won't put in. So Biossance is really cool. Then I've got this Skin and Senses. This is like an anti-aging eye serum. This is a little more of like an oil. So sometimes I'll use this like before I go to bed. The cool thing about like under your eyes is that you generally like right under here won't get acne. So putting oils I like, especially if you feel like oils break you out, you're probably safe under here because you're not gonna get like an acne pimple right under your eye. And also like the more nourishment you can give to like this sensitive area, the better. So then I've got some lip, I've got Sarah Hap, there's like a lip slip. This is like a really good balm to sleep with at night. I've got this Fresh, this is like the sugar lip treatment. This one's at Sephora. This has been around for a while. I'm sure you guys have heard of this one. That pretty much covers the lips. Now let's get to the actives. So most of the stuff here you're gonna see for me is for hyperpigmentation. So it's either prescription strength with like hydroquinone, or it's got like retinoic or ferulic acid, anything to really like lighten and brighten I've got here. I have some from Epione from Dr. Orion when I did my cool laser there. I've got some from Dr. K. This one's kojic acid, arbutin, and bilica. So this one's also like pads instead of like a cream. This is another one by Epione. This is just pure hydroquinone solution. I actually don't use this one that much because it's a little bit strong. And then Dr. Few, he's got one called Smooth Clear. I got a lot of them. Honestly, this is even probably too many, but I keep them all here because of all of them, these are my favorites. And then I recently just did Cosmoland Peel, which a vlog is coming on that, but they give you their own cream that you're supposed to use for like months after. So I've been using this one too. This one's really interesting because it almost looks like peanut butter. Like, it's funny because some people are like, oh, like it doesn't look good like when you're going to bed to put on, but it almost gives you like a little bit of a tint. So I don't mind it. It's almost like I'm going to bed with like a tinted moisturizer on. So I don't hate it personally. Then we've got some actives that aren't just about lightening. So this is the Kate Somerville Retisphere Micro Peel. So this is a glycolic treatment. And then I have another glycolic treatment by Rodial. And then this one is pretty cool. This is by L'Oreal Paris, and this is pure vitamin C. I actually think it's kind of cool because I never see just pure vitamin C or some like serums or topicals that just have one ingredient. It's usually so much mixed in it. Sometimes that can give you like overuse of different ingredients. So I like that this one is just vitamin C. Really good for brightening and really good for building your own collagen. So you don't have to use animal collagen. You can use things that help you build your own collagen. So that's that there. So now we're going to the moisturizers. And like I said, this is like the last step. So I have a bunch. This one by Sulwhasoo is actually like right before moisturizer. It's kind of like an emulsion, a balancing emulsion. So it's not super thick, but it's still like creamy enough where I like to put it on like, you know, last. I have so many here. I've got Dermalogica. These are two of them. One's their Intensive Moisture Balance. This is their Skin Soothing Cream. These are both like really intense moisturizers if your skin is really dry. They're also really gentle. So let's say you got like even like microneedling or a peel, obviously go with whatever your doctor says, but they feel really like thick and gentle, but also medicated so that they don't feel like there's like fragrance or anything. This one is like by Juice Beauty. It's like a prebiotic gel moisturizer. That one's kind of cool. Burt's Bees, Bliss, Beauty by Design, Noors. This Dr. Dennis Gross one is more of an active moisturizer, so this is like exfoliating. So this is alpha beta. So alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy acid, these are things you know that are really great for acne and for exfoliating. Usually you see them in like peel pads or like a toner, but this one's in the moisturizer. So if you feel like your skin's feeling like a little bit dull maybe and you want like a little extra boost, or you feel like you're breaking out a little bit, sometimes these can be this one can be really good to use overnight. And then I like the Burt's Bees one is just extra sensitive. This is like when I want something just really, really sensitive, like nothing in it pretty much, just hydrating. So that's that. We're gonna go back over here. I know it's making me a little dizzy too, but it is what it is. Now we've got the mask. This one is new. I used to keep hair stuff in here, but I decided to move all my hair stuff into a different room. Now this is all skin. So these are all different kinds of masks. Got ones from like the Dermalogica peels. This is like a green apple peel by Juice Beauty. These by Dr. Jart are like firming ones. You have to mix them in. There's like 2 packets you mix in and it turns into like a rubber mask that you peel off, which by the way works so well, the firming one. I've got some sleeping masks. Whoops. This is the Dr. Jart. This one's like a hydro sleep mask. I really like it. It's very hydrating. These are some Dermalogica ones I want to share because these are pretty cool. This one's all about hydration. This one is a multivitamin recovery mask. So there's something cool about giving your skin like a multivitamin boost. So if you feel like you just want like extra nutrients and vitamins on your skin, this one's really cool. And then if I am breaking out, if I feel like I have blackheads, if I feel like my pores are clogged, that's when I'm gonna go to like a charcoal rescue mask. So any kind of like charcoal, mud, things like that are like thicker, they're gonna draw out impurities. Make sure you do when you're breaking out. That's the best one. Don't use like a hydrating mask, and that might hydrate you, but it's not actually gonna get rid of any bacteria. And then Solwasu, I've got 2 sleeping masks from them too. This one is an overnight one, and this is like an energy one. Obviously, you're not gonna use all of them all the time, but once you get to know your skin and like know what you'll know how certain ones make you feel and like what you're craving. So you'll really like, it'll just become, it's almost like second nature. You just have like an intuition of like what your skin's needing or feeling that day. Like sometimes oils feel amazing on my skin, sometimes I just don't, they just like sit on the top and I feel like they're not doing anything. So it goes back and forth. And lastly, we're gonna go back over here. Okay. Deodorant isn't technically skincare, but I actually don't even use that one. I now use Native, which is a more natural one. It's the only natural one that I've ever really liked. I just have this as extra. This is my perfume, and these are all different sunscreens. So I've got physical sunscreen, chemical sunscreen. I'm really going to make the switch to all physical sunscreen. That's going to be a video I'm doing too on which ones are the best for not giving you that white chalkiness, for sitting really well under your makeup. But they're just better all around because they work right away, they're not toxic, and they're stronger sun protection. So of these, this Bare Mineral one is really cool because it also protects against like blue light. It's not just sunlight outside, like computer screen light, everything like that. This Kaplan MD one is also a physical sunscreen. I just got this one and it's really nice, has a really good finish. And then I've got some chemical ones too that, you know, I'm not perfect. Once in a while I'll throw them on if I'm like, I don't know, who knows? Sometimes I just grab for one. It is what it is. And that's it. That is my skincare cabinet. This is literally like a very intimate video. This is what I use every night. So you're seeing it super raw. I alternate. This will switch out often. Like I'll try new products and I'll move them into the rotation. But even if you don't get shelving like this, you get something else, whatever you do, having them out and kind of open so you can see them in any kind of organization will make you use them more. That was one thing I really wanted to commit to, was like, the more I see it, the more I'll use it. When things are tucked away in a drawer, like it's just not, it's not gonna be in your face. It's almost like with food, out of sight, out of mind. With skincare, you need it in sight and in mind so that you'll use it more. Okay, in terms of linking these products, I actually made a page. Well, my assistant helped me, Julia, she's the best. We made a page of everything in my medicine cabinet and it's all in there together. So I'm gonna put that below here and you can check everything out. And obviously this will change a lot. Like I said, I do switch out products a lot. It's part of what I do. I test and try different things. So I'll probably be rotating that around too. And maybe we'll do like, you know, in a few months, maybe I'll do another one. Let me know if you have any questions in this video, what you thought, any of your thoughts in general on content, what you want me to film more of. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.